Hi everyone, welcome on this rather dark, gloomy, slightly foggy, and definitely very cold Monday that I'm recording this session at. So, because it's a little bit cold today, and because it's a Monday, I thought we're going to do quite a short session, or I'll try to be short. You know me, I tend to usually end up with 40 minutes anyway, but I'm trying to make it shorter today, but a more dynamic session. And the reason is, as it's dark, as it's cold, as we're trying to kind of huddle in and want to go into hibernation, that sometimes doing something a little bit more dynamic can just be what you need to feel a little bit more energetic, a bit more awake, and importantly, a little bit warmer. That's the theory. So for today's session, grab something resembling a brick, a yoga brick. So I've got a lovely little cork brick, but one thing that would work very well is a Tupperware box or container about that size, because they're not too heavy. You can also use a book, but that's probably a little bit heavier. So a nice big novel. Um, or if you don't have anything at hand which could replace this, then don't worry at all. You can also do it without. But if you would like to grab something like this, then just pause the video for a moment and then come back and press play again. Good. So for the rest of us, let's get nice and comfortable. On a sturdy chair, as always, make sure you are comfortable. So that might mean elevating your feet a little bit, especially if your legs are a little bit shorter and the feet don't comfortably rest on the floor. Or in my case, I have popped a blanket underneath my feet, just so I don't feel the cold from the floor. So make sure you're comfortable. Have some water and then see if you can just turn off any distractions, maybe switch your mobile phone to silent, close the doors, turn off radio, TV, anything that's on that might cause a distraction for the next 20 to 30 minutes of practice that we have together. Let's get started in the usual way. Sit back on your chair, push the feet a little bit further away from the body so the thighs can sink down into the floor. Give yourself a little shuffle. Bring the palms facing upwards on your thighs and then allow the eyes to close. Allowing any final temptation to move, to adjust, to leave the body. And then take a slow breath in and a gentle sigh out. Slow inhale again and sigh it out. And then one more inhale and exhale. And if it feels comfortable, allow the mouth to close. And then begin to take the air in and out of the nose. If that feels uncomfortable, then just breathe in whatever way feels best for you. And take a moment here in stillness, without any need to move or to do anything, to observe how your body is feeling right now. Noticing the temperature. Do you feel cool? Do you feel warm? Somewhere in between. And then noticing anything else there is to notice by giving you a scan from the top of the head down to the toes, especially looking out for any areas of discomfort, of tightness, of maybe pain or tension. And just notice them with a sense of kindness. And then once you've finished your little journey through the body, take a moment to take an emotional journey through your body and notice how you feel right now. It's a strange time where probably none of us is getting enough daylight, enough sunshine. It's cold. We're probably not going out as much as we want to. We can't see our friends the way we want to. How does that make you feel? And any emotions that are bubbling up, let them be seen for a moment. In our yoga practice, we are trying to cultivate that idea that everything is temporary. Everything is changing. The way our body is feeling, the way we feel in our minds. So holding on to things a little bit more lightly, knowing that tomorrow is a completely new day and we might feel differently. Take a long breath in. And a longer breath out, maybe with a sigh. Let's do that again. Breathe it in. Any things that are annoying you, stressing you, making you feel anxious, breathe it in. Hold the breath there for a moment at the top. And then sigh it out, maybe with your mouth wide open. The joy of practicing at home. We can do this without having to worry about what the others are thinking. Begin to bring a wriggle into your fingers and your toes, and then stretch the fingertips away from the body in whatever way feels good, and give yourself a stretch. You might want to reach up to the ceiling with one hand and then the other one. Maybe bring a little rotation into the wrist, just any way to wake up the body, ready for a bit of movement. And then bring the palms down into your lap and gently blink the eyes open. Good. If you want to, you can shuffle yourself away from the back of the chair to find a slightly more upright position. And then bring your hands for a moment onto your lower back and onto the belly. We can rub our belly here as well if we want to. Maybe you've just had a nice lunch, but just to find a comfortable lower back. So I hope you can see this. I'm just going to tighten my top a little bit. We don't want to arch into the lower back so much that we're falling into the lower back. So think about lengthening the tailbone down to the earth a little bit, and at the same time finding a sense of activation. In yoga, this is our bandhas. In Pilates, it's the core, so the muscle, our abs. Good. And we just want to find a little slight sense of activation that supports our lower back, especially if you have lower back pain. Placing a little bit of extra awareness on your posture here can make all the difference. Give it a try. Good. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down, and then release the fingertips by the side of the body. Inhaling, we're going to reach the arms high, lift the gaze. Exhale, draw them down. Good. 2 more times. Inhaling, reach it wide, stretch it. Exhale to lower. I have to be careful when I stretch wide so I don't knock any bubbles off our Christmas decoration. 1 more time. Inhaling, reach. Exhale, lower down. And release the hands into the knees. Let's go straight into our cat-cow flow. Inhaling, draw the chest forward, lift the heart. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, round the spine. Inhaling, slowly come forward. And exhaling, releasing, drawing the shoulder blades apart. Take 2 more in your own time. So draw yourself forward, open the heart. Just notice how that feels. You can make this movement really, really gentle, especially if you have any pain in the lower back. And then make this your last round. Inhaling, come forward. Exhaling, 2 rounds. Just waking up the spine here in all directions. Come back into an upright position. Keep the left hand where it is. Inhale, the right arm reaches up. Find length first. If your shoulders are not happy with this, which might be the case, you can reach forward. If they're still not happy, just keep the arm down. And you can find that length by simply stretching the side body. And then sink it over towards the left. Soften the bottom shoulder. Keep your right sitting bones grounded, so avoid the temptation to fall off your chair. We don't want that. Breathe deeply into the side of the rib cage 1 more time. And exhale. Inhale, reach the arm up, and straight away we're going to swap side. Bring the right arm down, the left arm reaches high. Again, be kind to your shoulders. The modifications are there if you need them. Reaching up. Exhale, sink over. Grounding down through the opposite side of the hip here. Breathe into the side of the rib cage. Soften the top shoulder away from the ear. Allow the gaze to gently lift. Take 1 more inhale. And exhale, inhale back to center. Exhaling, release the arms. Inhaling, draw the shoulders up to the ears. And we're going to squeeze and hold here for 3, 2, 1. And then drop the shoulders with a sigh. Good. Little shake of the head from side to side. And then as a final stretch here, let's find a forward fold. So either bring the forearms onto the knees and then allow the lower back to round. I'm going to turn sideways again. And this is great. This is already doing the trick. We want to soften into the lower back. Or you can release the fingertips down towards the earth and let the head hang heavy. Good. The feet are a little bit further apart, so you have space to do that. If you want a little bit more, you might need to look up for a moment. Take your left hand, reach it over to the side of the chair, and then maybe the opposite hand to the opposite chair, and then draw yourself forwards and down. So we're adding a little shoulder blade stretch here. The head hangs heavy too. This is optional. If this is making you feel like you're about to fall off the chair, take it back a step. No falling off the chair today, please. Take another inhale and exhale. Inhale, walk the hands back up your knees. Slowly, slowly uncurling. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. And then release. Good. Let's bring a little bit of movement into our wrists. Bring the forearms together. Interlace the fingers. And then begin to draw some circles here. So our wrists are ideally together. The elbows are together. There can be a little bit of space if it feels a bit too tight. If bringing your hands together like this doesn't feel good in your knuckles, then just keep the palms together and just make a nice smooth movement here with your fingers, just to warm up a little bit. Good. So going one way, and then change direction, go the other way, the way that feels really weird. And then release. Open and close the fingers a few times. Let's get some blood flowing. And then softening down. Bring your fingertips onto your shoulder blades. So we're warming a little bit more up into our shoulders in anticipation of some strengthening exercises. If your shoulders are not happy, you can do this without the elbows. I'll show you the alternative in a moment. Inhaling, draw the shoulder blades, draw the elbows forward, up, and then back and down as you exhale. So inhaling, bring them up. Exhale, release them down. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. And the alternative is just to do it with your shoulders. Rolling the shoulders if this is too strong for your for where your body is right now. And then change direction. Go the opposite way. Bring the elbows back behind the body. Reach them up. Exhale forwards and down. And this is probably starting to generate a bit of heat in the body. And that's great. That's what we want. Getting a little bit of blood flowing into these parts of the body, the heart pumping. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands onto the knees. Close the eyes for a moment. Take a long breath in. And then sigh it out. Do that again. Inhale. Exhale to sigh. Allow the arms to be heavy and blink the eyes open. Good. So if you would like to practice with our little block, then do grab whatever alternative you have, yoga block, a yoga brick, maybe a book, maybe a Tupperware box. And we're going to hug the elbows into the body and hold the brick like so. So I'm going to turn sideways. So the elbows are in the body, so the shoulders are back in their sockets. The shoulder blades draw back and down. We have a nice upright position. And the little block is almost like a puzzle, very suitable because it's Christmas. So imagine you're holding this, offering it to your best friend, taking an inhale. And then exhale, give the box a little squeeze. So we are pressing the box together. Now imagining we're trying to squish the box. And notice as you start to do this that the arms are beginning to switch on. Our biceps, the muscles across our chest, our pecs. Taking another couple of breaths, and with every exhale, we're squeezing the box a little bit more. Good. One more time. Inhale. Exhale to squeeze. Good. And then place your puzzle, your present back down for a moment. Soften the shoulders. Let go of any tension you're holding in your fingertips. Good. So, see how that feels in your body. Maybe this is enough for you, and then that's absolutely great. Stick with this first variation. If you want a little bit more, we can go a little bit further. But before we do, I'm going to turn the heating down a little bit here because it is definitely nice and warm now, which is good. I hate being cold. So option 1, keep the elbows in, tucked into the body. Option 2, we can take the parcel away from the body. Still, the shoulders are hugged back into their sockets. So if you feel like you're starting to reach forward, no, draw them back in. Taking an inhale. Exhale, give your parcel a squeeze. We're going to take 3 or 4 more breaths like this. Inhale and exhale. Checking that we're not falling into the lower back, so we're nice and active through the center. 2 more. And give it a squeeze. Last one, inhale. And exhale, give it a good squeeze. And then release the arms. Shrug the shoulders. Let it go. Give the head a little shake from side to side. Good. So we're going to do one more thing for our shoulders here. And this is optional. If it doesn't work for you, sit it out. It's only going to be about a minute. And then we're going to move on to the next part of the sequence. So still holding your parcel. You can also do this without your parcel. Reaching the arms as high as it feels good. Might be here, might be here. It might be all the way up above the head. And then again, we are going to imagine trying to squish this parcel here, maybe a little bit more lightly, because with the arms above the head, it feels a little bit more intense. Checking in with your lower back. Still sitting up nice and straight, growing tall. Good. So our shoulders are starting to feel this. It's okay. We're holding here for a minute in total, but don't worry, we're already on the clock. So we're about not quite halfway through, but almost. Good. So instead of focusing on the sensation in your arms, can you bring the awareness to your feet? Spread the toes wide and then ground them down into the floor. Feel the feet activating. Take another couple of breaths. We're in the last 10 seconds already. Maybe give the pulse a little squeeze for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly, slowly lower the parcel down. Let it go. Shrug out the shoulders and then take your parcel, place it to the side. We're done with it for today. Let's take a little shoulder stretch. Bring your left arm in front of the body and then hug it in with the opposite arm. Gently draw the arm down, finding a little bit of a stretch through the outside edge of the shoulder. So just letting any heat sink out of the body. Good. Take one more inhale. And exhale, release, swapping sides. Right arm comes in front of the body, hug it in with the opposite arm, and give yourself a little stretch. There, this can be strong stretch, it can be gentle stretch. See how you go. And then a final breath in. And a slow breath out. Release the arms, roll the shoulders up, back and down, and begin to walk out through the feet. So letting the upper body, giving it a moment of rest as we're starting to warm up for the lower part of the body. Good. You can walk the feet out. You can even bring a few little rotations here into the ankles as you do this. I'm going to take off my socks here for a moment so you can see a little bit more contrast between the blanket. And luckily, because my feet are so pale, there's plenty of contrast between a dark gray blanket and my feet. Good. So keep walking here, rotating, walking. Let's do this a few more times just to activate for the lower part of the body as well. Good. There, very good. And then slowly, slowly letting the feet come down. Spread the toes wide. We're going to do a round of toe gymnastics. Good. So you might want to stretch with the front part of your foot here for a moment. Very careful if that doesn't feel good for your body. So if I turn my foot sideways, you can see a bit better. Always feels quite nice for me. It might do for you if it doesn't. Just sit it out. It doesn't matter. And then release the feet. Spread your toes nice and wide. And check that you can see your toes. So don't look at me. You can't actually see my toes that well, so you can't really see what my toes are doing. Then lift all 10 toes away from the floor, but check that your feet are not starting to roll in or roll out. Feet are staying nice and firmly planted. It's just the toes that have lifted away. Then ground down through your big toe, both big toes, and then inhaling, reaching back up. Exhale, grounding down through the little toes, and then inhaling, reach it back up. Then grounding down through the big toes and the little toes, and keep the middle 3 toes lifted. And for some of us, this might work. For some of us, or most of us, this probably doesn't. You can even use your hands here, reaching down and lifting those 3 toes, just helping those neural pathways, releasing the feet, and then walk out the feet. Good. One more round, a little bit faster, reaching all 10 toes away from the mat, from the floor, grounding down for the big toes. Inhale, reach up through the big toes. Exhale, grounding through the little toes. Inhale, reach up through the little toes. Exhale, ground for the big toes and the little toes. Middle three toes stay lifted. Good, lifting all 10 toes. Now try to lower through the second toe, the third toe, and the fourth toe. So the big toe and the little toe stay lifted, and you can give your toes a little helping hand here again. Take a slow breath in. And exhale, release, walk out the feet and let it go. Good, well done. Let's find a nice upright seated position and close your eyes so we can come back to our breath, which is going to be important for this next part of the practice, for our sun salutations. Sitting up nice and tall. Take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. 2 more like this. Inhale and exhale. And then 1 more. Inhaling and exhale. Blink the eyes open, release the arms. Inhaling, reach the arms high. Exhale, ground it down through heart center. 2 more like this. So combining all these movements we've just done into one sequence. Exhale, draw the palms down. 1 more time, inhaling, reaching up. Exhale, grounding down, and then release your hands onto your knees. Inhale, draw the chest forward, lifting the heart, coming into cow posture. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding the spine, cat pose. 1 more time, inhale, draw yourself forward into cow. And then exhale, folding forwards, bring your forearms onto the knees. Maybe the hands all the way down to the floor is your choice. Take an extra breath in here as you get there. And a slow breath out. Inhaling, reaching the right fingertips up to the ceiling. Come into a twist or a little half twist with your right hand resting on the knee. Exhale to lower. Inhaling, twisting the other way. So either half twist or full twist, whatever works in your body. Exhaling to lower. Inhaling, slide the hands back up the knees. Draw the chest forward. Lift the heart. Exhale, rounding the spine. Release the fingertips. Inhaling, reach them high. Exhale, draw the palms down. Release the hands onto the knees. Take a slow breath in. And a slow breath out. 2 more like this. Last inhale here. And exhale. And then join me for 1 more round if you would like to. If not, just continue to sit here and breathe consciously. Inhaling, reach the arms high. Feel free to keep your eyes closed if you know the sequence. Exhale to lower. Inhaling, growing tall. Exhale to lower again. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Release the hands onto the knees. Inhale, draw the chest forward, lift the heart, coming into cow posture. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding cat pose. Inhale, draw yourself back forward. And then exhale, forward fold, falling onto your forearms, onto the knees, maybe all the way down to the earth. Take an extra breath in here. And a slow breath out. Inhaling, right fingertips reaching up, coming to the half twist or the full twist. Exhale to lower. Inhaling, left fingertips reaching high, half twist or full twist. Exhale to lower. Inhale, slide the hands back up the knees, draw the chest forward, lift the heart. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhaling to reach the arms high, grow tall. And then exhale, lower down through heart center and close the eyes if they're not closed yet. Releasing the hands onto your lap. Take a slow breath in. And a gentle sigh out. And on that exhale, begin to shuffle back on your chair and allow your spine to rest down into the back of your chair. Get comfortable, draw the palms closer to the body, push your feet away from the body, and allow yourself to settle. Take a nice, slow breath in here together. And a big sigh out. 2 more like this, inhale. And exhale. 1 more in your own time. And exhale to release. And then allow everything to soften, the shoulders to soften. Releasing through the belly. No more need to hold any tension. Letting the body become really heavy. And just notice how you feel. How does the body feel? How do you feel inside, the mood, feelings, emotions? And whether that's the same as when we've started our short sequence. Letting go of that focus once more and bring your awareness down to the sole of your right foot. Really seeing through the top of the right foot, right toes, right ankle, lower leg, right knee, right upper leg, right side of the hip. Really seeing through the sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left toes, ankle, lower leg, left knee, left upper leg, and left side of the hip. Softening across the belly, release into the lower back, middle back, upper back, into the right shoulder, right upper arm, elbow, lower arm, top of the right hand, palm of the right hand, right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. Releasing across the chest over into your left shoulder, left upper arm, elbow, lower arm, top of the left hand, palm of the left hand, left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. Releasing all the way up the neck, across your throat, softening the jaw, tongue, cheeks, nose, eyes, and forehead. And for the next few moments, allow yourself to rest here, letting the whole body be heavy. And if your mind chooses to wander, then just notice that and then bring the awareness back into the present moment once more. Very slowly, without moving, bring the awareness back into the room that you're in, feeling the contact with the floor beneath your feet. And just notice what that feels like. Is it soft? Is it hard? Does it feel cool or soft? And then likewise noticing the contact between your body and the seat. What does that feel like? Bringing the awareness back onto your breath. Begin to deepen the breath slowly. Slowly taking in a few more deeper breaths. And then inviting gentle wriggle through your fingers and your toes. Make this a very small wriggle to begin with, and then making it a bit bigger. And reaching the fingertips away from the body. And on the next inhale, up towards the sky, give yourself a big stretch from left to right. Waking up the body ready for a beautiful rest of the day ahead of you. And then lower the palms down through heart center, palms touch, thumbs in contact with the sternum. And again, just take a moment, finding that sense of gratitude towards yourself for making the time in your day to practice. Honoring that, honoring our bodies and of course each other. Gently bowing the head towards the hands. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining me. Well done. I hope you're feeling energized. I hope you're feeling a little bit warmer. So if you have any questions, please do let me know. If not, we will see each other again online next week. Of course, as soon as I have any more news about our in-person yoga classes, chair yoga classes, I will let you know. But in the meantime, well done for continuing doing your practice online. It's a pleasure for me, and I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Bye.